welcome to Talking About Today, Review Friday. And today we will be reviewing our mini golf video from Monday when we played some mini golf at the Brook Golf Center in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. As I said in that video, I played all 18 holes, but Vika Joe could only play, I believe it was 11 holes. His knee was bothering him. And so without further ado, let's bring in Vika Joe. Come on in, Vika Joe.
Hello.
Alright. So, here we are. And what'd you think of the course?
I thought they were pretty good. Twin Brook was not my favorite because if we got here later, the first hole would most likely be flooded.
Yeah, we got there and we went out and the practice green was flooded. I mean, it had to be under about 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches of water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
about that, maybe 4.
So we did the first hole, and when we came back around, his knee was doing a little bit better. He had sat down, he was resting, and he said, you know what? I'm going to try to go finish those holes. The first hole was flooded. We could barely get through it, and if we showed up later, or if anyone else showed up at that point, how do you play the first hole? I guess you consider that a water hazard? Water hazard? Maybe? No?
If it drowned out the entire hole, then I guess it was just sabotage.
Okay, so it was 18 holes down at Twin Brook, and it was a par 44, and I finished with a 47, just 3 over. And halfway through, after the first 9, I was beating Vika Joe by 5 strokes, 23 to 28. I beat him on the first hole, 3 to 4. We tied on the second at 2. I beat him 2 to 4 in the third hole. Tied on the fourth hole at 3. Beat him on the fifth hole, 2 to 4. Beat him on the sixth hole, 2 to 3. I lost to him on the seventh hole, 2 to 3. We tied on the 8th and 9th holes with 3s. And then on the back 9, he came out firing. He beat me 2 to 3 on the 10th hole. On the 11th hole is when he had some problems with his knees, and I beat him 3 to 6. So from holes 12 to 18, it was just be my scores. It was a 3-2-3, 2-2, 4-2, and finished with a 47. So this was a nice course. Besides the flooding, it's very compact. It's right behind the driving range. They also have a golf course there, and it was very nice. There was a cave. There was a lot of water. If you've watched the video on Monday, you will have seen. And it was nice. It was really nice. And could you knock your ball in the water? Yeah, you could. And there was one hole, you didn't do it, but you have to actually shoot it over the water. You have to really let it rip, and it was very narrow. But I had a pretty good time there. Anything else you want to talk about? Any other holes?
Not really. I know there was one where you had to go into like a cave, and that was pretty cool.
That was nice.
Scenery, cool. Layout, not that cool.
There were a couple holes where you had to drop it down to a lower level. So it wasn't that hard, of course. It wasn't too hard. It wasn't the easiest we've played.
Yeah, we played easier.
Yeah, definitely. But that's about it. In the last couple of holes they played, it seemed like, which was strange, is the last like 6-7 holes were really, really easy. Really strange. So we have now played Tower Greens, Inman Sports Club, Hole-in-One Golf Center in Millstone, Hyatt Hills, Lost Treasure, Water's Edge, Pine Creek, the Golf Range at Branchburg, and now Twin Brook.
And now we also
So where would you rank Twin Brook?
Twin Brook?
Would you rank it? We played how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We played 9.
I'm gonna put
So,
Twin Brook at.
what do you?
It's not gonna be number 1. Number 1's Golf Range.
Okay.
Well, number 1's actually a tie between Golf Range and was Pine Creek the one with the 2 horses that was in Albany?
Yeah, it was out. Pine Creek I don't believe we did a review on it. We did a little recording, but I didn't put it up there for you guys. So probably next year, or maybe if they stay open late this year, maybe we will go out there. So we'll see.
Alright, so
But that was the Pine Creek, really nice course out in western New Jersey, Ringo's, and beautiful. 2 courses, and they're way out there. A lot of water, right?
Yeah. Lots of water. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's a hazard.
Yeah, I hit it in the water.
It went all the way into the pond. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put Twin Brook. No, I mean, I'm gonna stay in the top 3. I'm gonna put it at.
And I know you didn't. You stayed outside. I went inside to get the balls. But here's one thing: with the current situation going on around the world, not only our country but around the world, I went back in and I took the 2 balls to hand in, and I said, "Where do you drop the balls?" Because every other place we played, Pine Creek, the golf range, the other 2 places we played, they had a special drop off for your ball so they could wash them. The guy says to me, and he wasn't that friendly, he wasn't mean or anything, but he goes, "Oh, just put them in the bucket with the rest." I didn't tell you that. Yeah.
Okay.
So now somebody else comes, and I mean, we're healthy, but somebody else comes, they take those balls. As soon as we got to the truck, we washed our hands. I mean, it was. So that's a big thumbs down.
Yeah, that's actually
for Twin Brook. Big thumbs down.
And now that I hear that, I was thinking of putting it at number 2 and putting Pine Creek to tie it first. But now I'm gonna have to drop it down to not only 3, but actually 4.
I would probably have it lower than that. I would rank the golf range, Pine Creek, Water's Edge, Lost Treasure, but those 2 are out in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I definitely rank them ahead. Hyatt Hills, a beautiful course, especially for beginners or handicap. I think 9 of the holes are handicap accessible.
Yep.
We'll do that one maybe next year. We'll try to get to it. And we've already played it, but we didn't do a video on that. Hole-in-One Golf Center in Millstone, I would put ahead of it. I mean, so I would maybe put them at number 7.
Yeah, now that I hear of all those other courses, and I can't really remember a lot of them, but now that I hear all these and they sound really good, I think I'm gonna actually have to put it at number 7 or number 8. Simply putting Tower Greens up there since it was my first one.
Yeah, and I just found out Tower Greens has yet to open this year due to what's going on in the country, the world, and but I found out that they redid their course. So I think they just put new turf down and new carpet. That's it. I don't think they maybe changed anything. Maybe painted it. It was definitely, we were there back in 2016, and it definitely needed restoration work then. So hopefully next year they'll reopen, and we'll get to give that a try, as that was Vika Joe's first miniature golf course.
Yes, I was only like 2, 1, 3 at the time.
No. You were 5 years old.
Yeah, I knew it was like
All right, so Vika Joe, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again. I'll let them know that if you guys want to follow him, Vika Joe on YouTube, Vikajoe. Check him out.
No spaces in between, capital V.
All right, we'll see you, Vika Joe. Take care.
Thanks for inviting me. I'm gonna have to go work on my story series, The Cursed Cheese. I'll be right back.
So just some finishing things before we finish the video. Where are you going? So we're going to have another video coming up, a mini golf, new place. And so that's for next week. You'll have mini golf, a new episode of Mini Golf Monday, a new episode of Mystery Wednesday, and a new episode of Review Friday. So check it out. Until then, everybody stay safe. We'll see you next time. Take care.